All right, hello everybody. This is Sir Adrian back here to film the German Empire's turn in our current game of Global Empires 1915 titled Operation Black Hand, where we are going into the spring of 1919. So we're getting quite close to the end of the game. Things are not going the best for Germany. We'll see how they turn out, but to be honest, I don't really think I'll be able to win this game. I made quite a few mistakes, but still excited to play it out to see what I can do and if I could maybe somewhat come back from this, but I don't have very high hopes. I'm playing through another game with Be Nasty, along with some others. You've noticed we've definitely made quite a few mistakes in this. Our group's first playthrough of this game. So with Tintin, MP7, Be Nasty, and myself. But that's kind of inevitable, and you learn these things as you go along. And the rules are still being refined and worked on, and I think eventually Mountaineer had said there would be, not for quite some time, but a dedicated rule set he might work on just for this, which I myself agree would be nice. Instead of having to compare and constantly look at the rules for 1914 and 1936. I find, as along with others playing this version of the game, that it does get quite confusing. And then sometimes the rules say to refer to one version of the game, but then there are always exceptions, and then you don't really know what to do about the exceptions, and it leads to quite a bit of confusion. But yeah, the V2 rules are going to be out soon, so I haven't read them myself, but I have heard from others that they've already come quite a long way, so excited for that for sure. But anyways, let's get right into things. So we have 6 tech rolls, 5 major factories plus the free one. We're going to try to go for Doctrine in the land domain. Okay, 7, so that's a plus, so we'll get Airborne Doctrine. We'll try to go for, oops, sorry about that. We'll try to go for Artillery. Same thing, 6 or higher. 8, 7, so Germans have Advanced Artillery. We'll try to go for Armor, which sets a 5 or higher. Sheesh, I'm lucky with these 7s. So the Germans get early armor, and we'll get a free unit for that. We'll try to go for infantry. So this 6 or higher. 8. I'd be very surprised if that was a 7. So we have special ops unlocked. So that was 4. We'll go for, where did I put it here? Yeah, Doctrine in the air domain. Which that we need a, oh, well that's a 1, so that's a miss, but it would have been a 5 or higher. And then we'll try to go for shared technology. Yeah, that's exactly what needed. So 6 is a success, so the Germans have their artillery cap lifted. So pretty good for tech. So we'll go ahead and place this early armor just before we forget about it. German light tank. German heavy armor. Sure. Oops, do they not have early armor? Oh, there we go. Early tank. Okay, so for purchases, 42 to spend. We're spending all but one IPP, purchasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 infantry, regular infantry units, that is, 1 colonial infantry, and 3 artillery units. So we'll have 1 IPP saved. In terms of attacks, we do have a couple. Gonna have this German submarine is gonna move 1, 2 to raid the Americans on this line. We're gonna have this one move 1, 2 to raid the Americans on this line here. So we'll go ahead and do those while we're over here. And I do believe the regular submarines, it is just +1. But we'll double check. Okay, it is. Okay, so it wasn't +1 coastal subs, so regular subs are +2. Okay, so red will be the defender, black will be the attacker. So +2 to their 6. And we get 6, we got 8 to their 6, so that'd be 2 damage out of 3. We'll actually take this one. This, apparently, the damage markers get removed. I thought it'd be at the end of a calendar turn, but in our other game we were told it's at the end of turn. Your turn. So yeah, 2 damage, and I believe the Americans have... Yeah, okay, they have Q ships. So I believe that's on a 1. I think for raiding submarine. Okay, so that's a miss. Then we'll do this other one. Same thing, red defender. Okay, so 4 to their 2, so exactly the same thing, so 2 damage. And then, I must have, damn it, so I deleted that. Roll for that. And nothing there. The other attack I'll have is we're gonna do an amphibious assault on Petrograd. So we're gonna have this battleship is gonna be bombarding. We have 3 pre-dreadnoughts. These 2 transports will be bringing 3 regular infantry units, along with a naval infantry unit. So we'll go ahead and roll the coastal artillery first. So yeah, coastal artillery. We'll double check that as well. Sorry guys, it's been so long. Coastal artillery, so they get... It says 3 at 3 in this one. Is that 3 D12s or 3 D6s? I'm not too sure coastal artillery is how they work in 1936, so a little bit better in 1914. Okay, well, so 3 at 3. So I'm not quite sure if that means 3 D12s at 3, and if that's per no, it's 3 up to a maximum of 3 per infantry assaulting unit. Okay, so it gets to fire 3 times at a 3. So we'll go ahead and roll those. 3 at 3. Ooh. Okay, so I believe I did that correctly, but those would have all been misses. If I didn't, somebody please correct that, or correct me on that, rather. Okay, so then we'll have our ships will be bombarding, so our battleship, they bombard at a, I believe it's 4. Yep, I believe that's for bombarding. Yeah, so they'd be at a 4, and our pre-dreads would all be at a 2. So here, we'll go ahead and roll that here quick. So this one here, the red will be for the battleship at a 4, and these will be for the pre-dreadnoughts bombarding at a 2. So 2 hits, one with the battleship, one of the pre-dreadnoughts. So the infantry defend, early infantry, let's see here. They'd be at a 3, but at a 4 because of the city. Artillery, it's at a 3. And the fighters are at a, I believe, a little bit higher. Yeah, they defend at a 6, so they probably wouldn't want to lose the fighter. But these get first strike too. I would say they would lose. I would think they would want to lose 2 of these infantry. If that's wrong, we can change that, but that's what we'll go with. So then we have our units offloading, but they have an artillery that will get a first strike. Yeah, so first strike at a 3. We'll go ahead and roll that for them quick. Get 5, so that's a miss. So then we will have our naval infantry and our 3 regular infantry, which are regular infantry. Okay, so our naval infantry will be attacking at a 1, and our regular infantry, if I can find them in here. Okay, attack at a 2. Alright. So naval infantry, get a 1, be the red one. The other ones will be at 2. No hits. And he's going to have his fighter, which defends on a 6. So that's a miss. We will press the attack. So same thing. 3 at 2 and 1 at 1. nothing. He gets his fighter at 6 and his artillery at 3. Two misses. And then we can press the attack one more time. And this is the final round. You gotta be kidding me, god damn it. All misses, so he gets his fighter at 6 and his artillery at 3. That would have been 2 hits. So we'll lose the naval infantry because that's not double casualties. Yeah. Yeah, for one of the hits, but then he has another hit, so we would lose 2 regular infantry. And then we'll just have these units sitting there. Okay, so that attack is done. Then we'll do our Zeppelin flying to Warsaw and bombing that. Apologies, this video is going to be quite long. So 1 to 4 is damage. Nothing. He's going to get anti-aircraft at 1. Nothing. Zeppelin's going to land back in eastern Germany. And that's it for combat. So non-combat, we're going to rail these 3 infantry from western Germany into Berlin. We're going to move these artillery into Bavaria. These heavy artillery into Bavaria. We'll move these 3 infantry into Vienna. God, I hate the hitboxes sometimes in this. Okay, there we go. We'll move this infantry into Bavaria. And then we'll move these fighters into Bavaria as well. Yeah, that's fine. We'll walk these 3 infantry into Berlin as well, so I'll go from having 3 in there to 6. And the Zeppelin actually will fly that to Western Germany. Yeah, it could have reached there. Yeah, so we'll fly it back to Western Germany instead. And then these units in Saxony, we'll walk them into these 4 or 5 infantry. We'll walk them into here as well. So 6 plus. So we'll have so far 11 infantry in Berlin. Yep. Oh, actually, I'd forgot. Yeah, I had forgotten attack I want to try as well. We'll do this quick before we finish. Well, that's it for non-combat anyway, so yeah, we'll just do this quick and then do non-combat. We'll just have this heavy artillery and this second generation cavalry, which attacks at a 3. Should defend at a 3. Yep. Or defends at a 2, attacks at a 3. Attacking into there. No terrain. Nothing like that. So we'll roll for our heavy artillery. That bombards on a 6. First strike. Miss. Cavalry on a 3. So that's going to be 1 hit. He'd probably lose the colonial. He's going to have 2 early infantry. Defending at 2. Or 3, sorry. Not 2. Okay, so both miss. And that was first strike. Okay, so we'll press the attack. Heavy artillery at 6. That's a hit. Cavalry at a 3. Miss. He's going to have his early infantry 2 at 3. Okay, so 1 hit. We'll lose the cavalry. And then this is the final round. So our heavy artillery at a 6. God damn you, of course. And we'll have early infantry at a 3. Oh, that's a miss at least. So then we'll retreat back into Norland. And that'll be that. So, in terms of income, we're going to go ahead and collect 38 plus 1 for trade with Argentina. So 39 plus the 1 we save, so we'll have 40 IPP for the next turn. And then we'll go ahead and just place all these units. So we're going to place 1, 2, 3 infantry in Berlin. Colonial is going to go in Norland. The early tank will place into Western Germany. The 3 artillery yeah, the 3 artillery will place in Berlin. those there for now. If someone wants to fix those, they can. Then we'll place 3 infantry in Bavaria and 3 in Western Germany. So that'll be it for the German turn. We'll go ahead and hand things off to the British. Apologies for the length of this video. I haven't played in so long that it's gonna take a little bit to get back into it. But good luck to the British.